Your limiting beliefs are just not in your head, they're in your brand, and everybody can see it. And the reason why I can tell you this is number one, the fluidity of what you're talking about. Like right now, I'm just speaking, it's not scripted. It's not to say that you shouldn't script your stuff. My advice isn't necessarily for anyone or everyone, but I'm here to tell you that the limiting beliefs are the things that are basically consistently running the fucking show and not allowing you to show up in your most authentic way. So the way that you're going to be able to release and let go of the limiting beliefs, okay, is to recognize that beliefs belong to an identity. So if you are in that identity where you are, pulling in four figures a month, okay, which is super good, within your own personal brand and your business and so on, that identity is carrying intention and energy that says, I am this version of myself because of my lack of experience or my lack of wisdom or my lack of time inside of this position, and I have to earn the right or I have to earn the stripes in order to have my first 5K month or $10,000 month, $50,000 month. It doesn't necessarily matter. Now, my advice is different from majority of people because I'm going to be speaking in energetics. It's all identity. It's 100% all identity and conscious awareness. So if you're in the awareness that says, let's say you haven't, earned your first $10,000 a month because you just haven't done that yet, inside of that awareness, it's going to cause you to automatically, unconsciously operate, act, search, think about specific things that are going to be able to get you to $10,000. It's kind of like a thermostat. If I set my thermostat in my house to only get up to 72 degrees, it's going to get set at 72 degrees. Rather than, let's say it's super cold. I used to live in Colorado and I want to bump that up to 78 degrees. But if I set it at 72, it's only going to get to 72. So it's the same kind of thing like in this limiting belief or this limiting mindset that says I'm, only seeing $4,000 a month in profit in my business. It's not $100,000. So then if that's the evidence that you're operating by, then that's the energetic sustainability that is saying, I'm not ready for that yet. And there might be a limit right now that's saying, well, then what do you say, Master Johnson, that I just say that I'm worth $50,000 a month in my business? Well, quite frankly, yes. I would much rather say I'm worth this rather than I only can get this or I've only seen this, right? Now, what this does is if I said, hey, you are not necessarily worth and your business doesn't have a value, it's going to be stretched to the limit at which you allow yourself to think. And then I would ask you, hey, do you believe that over time, with enough dedication and understanding that you could take your business to $50,000 a month? See, underneath that, guys, you say, yeah, I think with enough time. And then I would say, okay, well, what if I could bring those exact belief systems and then strategic strategy and then a disciplined way of handling yourself, and I could bring that all to you within the next 3 days so that you could see your next 50,000 within 2 weeks. Then you'd have a lot more belief in that because you have a system and a plan. But that system and plan would not be able to manifest through your consciousness if you're only thinking about $4,000 a month. So what I'm trying to tell you to do is, listen, what if I told you it's not you're building a business to become a millionaire? It's because in consciousness, there's a version of you that's already a millionaire. And because that's the case, now you're building a business that will see $1 million come through it. At least that's how I've done it with myself. And don't get me wrong, I've gotten close to breaking the 8-figure mark in consciousness, not in my physical reality, but inside of my nervous system. I believe and I know and I've seen and I've felt in my existence being a 9-figure entrepreneur. But I'm not thinking about $600,000 a year. I'm thinking about being a 9-figure entrepreneur. And now my mind is being saturated by ideas, by thoughts. My reticular activating system in my mind, speaking a little bit high level now, is being dialed in and configuring and offering me up ideas because I've allowed my consciousness, my awareness to expand to that number. So this is just a giant way of me trying to tell you that, listen, you can be, do, and have anything that you would like to, but do you have the balls, the audacity, the delusionality to be able to say, I know in consciousness somewhere there's a version of me that has this. I know it because I've seen it, and if I've seen it, that's because there's an experience waiting for me, or that has already happened where I got to experience that thing. And then I would saturate yourself with that and reverse engineer from there, rather than trying to build to it, reverse engineer through it and all the way back to where you are today. Should help. Give it a try.